master of kid suspense, R.L. Stine, brings your favorite books to life in an all-new Fox Kids television series. Things are not always what they appear to be. On Goosebumps, premiering November 3rd on Fox Kids. Watch it with a friend.
What's up, everybody? Revival House Network. Got Zach here. I'm Aaron. We're going to do a commentary
of everybody's favorite show from their childhood that they grew up and saw and like, man, this is shit.
Zach always likes to interrupt me.
I worded that really weird. But it works.
And you've always got this thing where like you're intentionally doing it. You always want to start your talking before I'm done, but like on my last word. On my last word, you want to start and you go like twice as fast as I do, so it's like you're intentionally just cutting me off. But anyway, we're doing a two-parter. It's not everybody's favorite show. I never really watched it. I saw a couple episodes growing up on Fox Kids, as I believe it was on. Zach used to beat off to the show. This is the Goosebumps series.
I was right in that age range, babe.
We're going to do the Haunted Mask, which part 1 and part 2, they got it split up here. And Zach, you said it was an exclusive to video at first. Is the reason why, or?
They just released it on video as like a special. Like, we're on the special tab. You can watch it as part of the seasons or as the specials. And we're watching the special. It's split up into 2 parts.
It's on Netflix, so everybody can follow along. We're going to go ahead and jump right into it. We're going to do 3, 2, 1, play.
Hell yeah. So this intro, baby.
Yeah, I was going to say, nobody skipped the intro. Oh.
The intro might be the best part.
Yeah,
there's something magical about these freaking these horror anthologies. The intros are always like, this is what's gotta get you. This is what's gotta grab you. The fucking Tales from the Crypt is probably my favorite. And then, you know, I don't know, like probably Twilight Zone is probably my favorite, but they're all good, baby.
But the difference between this and Are You Afraid of the Dark were the demos they were targeting, right? This came on during the day, like Fox Kids, and it was clearly aimed at like elementary school kids. It was rated Y7.
Y7.
Because it may be too spooky for kids under 7.
Exactly.
Whereas Are You Afraid of the Dark was on Saturday nights, and it was Teen Nick. So it was for teenagers. So it was a little bit, some of the episodes were a little darker.
I think it was still rated Y7, though.
What?
I think it was still rated Y7, though.
Are You Afraid of the Dark?
I think so.
Well, they were pushing it.
What do you think it's like to be that mole on R.L. Stine's forehead?
I don't know.
What do you think it's thinking right now?
Did he host every episode or just the specials?
The specials.
Okay. Dude, I got the loudest fucking chair on the planet.
Yeah, we gotta fix our chairs. See, everybody get our Patreon and give us new chairs, Fox. See, that's what you do. That's what everybody else does. It's like, yeah, I made a Patreon. Go buy me shit. Go do that.
Well, the chairs aren't impacting us putting out material, but...
How do you know? There could be somebody sitting at home like, I'm so fucking tired of that squeaky chair. If I hear it one more time, I'm not going to listen to another show they put out. We could have lost them a long time ago. Exactly. I would be quiet there too, because I just fucking pwned your ass, bitch.
No, I fucking hate it because I was yawning. I was caught in a yawn. I couldn't say anything. And you fucking called me on it. It was a really short yawn. I'm like, all right, that wasn't a big, long gap. But, did you... Hey, it's this guy from Tommy Boy. It's not on the box.
Yeah. He was in the episode we did of Friday 13th.
So I tried watching this show and Erie, Indiana on like Hulu and Netflix or whatever like a couple years ago. I think they were on Hulu at the time. I might be wrong.
Erie, Indiana has the guy from freaking, what's it called? Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus, the kid, yeah. But anyway, I tried watching them, and they weren't good. Like this, I watched one episode of this and Erie, Indiana. These aren't very good. Whereas Are You Afraid of the Dark still is good.
Doesn't that suck whenever you're like, yeah, they put up this old show I used to love. I'm going to binge this shit. It's going to be awesome. And it's like, I don't even want to fucking watch I'm having trouble getting through the first episode, let alone binging it.
Are You Afraid of the Dark's not like that. You can binge it. But
there are bad episodes, but there are good episodes too.
It's predominantly a good show.
It still holds up.
I have those problems with nostalgia when it comes to like NES games. Like, oh, I haven't played this game in years. And you play it like, man, this is so much better in my memory. I should have left this.
There was a lot of it seemed like kid exploitation back then because they would just put out these games. Some of them, I'm pretty sure you can't beat certain games that came out. Like, it's just impossible. Like, they put too many enemies on there. And it just, it just seems like they were exploiting kids because they put, especially whenever it was like a movie tie-in game, like they just put freaking a movie title on the box and all the kids wanted it.
Well, and I just think when we were kids, we thought we were better at games because we were more patient with games. What else did we have to do that day? We could take 24 hours playing a fucking level over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. You know, I can't do that now. If I struggle on something for more than 30 minutes to an hour, I'm done.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
A lot of times. But I was going to ask you, do you like, when we were talking about Erie, Indiana, I said the kid from freaking Hocus Pocus, do you like that movie?
I got another yawn, Zach. Give me a second. I'm not trying to ignore you. I know you're going to call me out on it if I don't say anything. But no, yeah, I watched Hocus Pocus one time, and I think it was at a classroom. And, I remember liking it okay. I can't say I know it too well, but I watched it once at school.
That was a movie I watched every Halloween as a kid. And I don't remember the first time. I remember that was a movie my grandma had, and she used to just put it in, and I'd watch it whenever I was at her house.
What I did do in school, too, though, was in elementary school, we used to read Goosebumps books. Like, they would read them to the class. Did you have that done to you?
A couple times, yeah.
Yeah, I remember in the 4th grade when I went to Jenny Rogers Elementary in Danville, Kentucky. That was the school that was haunted. Did I tell that story?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be haunted.
Which reminds me, I think we should, this Halloween, since it's coming up, we should release the original paranormal podcast, and we'll do like a new intro and introduce it. It's like this was going to be an all paranormal podcast, but it fell through. And now it's a random episode of The Deep End.
I don't know if it should be The Deep End because we've already got the real episode of The Deep End where I tell some of those same stories.
No, we're gonna introduce it as a Revival Vault episode.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Do a different intro for it. I'd like to come up with some cool ideas for things to do for the season. I know you guys are doing Month of Full Moon, which is pretty neat on Mac and Zach, but we'll have to come up with some ideas. Maybe do a couple of Halloween movies we haven't done. Maybe we should have a Halloween blitz.
Yeah, I want to do there's a couple of classics I want to do. I want to do the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre this year for Halloween, around Halloween. We got to get Riverman to do that because that's his favorite movie, ain't it?
Dawn of the Dead's his favorite movie.
Oh. Well, I think Texas Chainsaw Massacre's in there too.
But he loves Texas Chainsaw, yeah, he does. So yeah, that would be a good one to do. We might. I think we can knock out Texas Chainsaw before this month's over, technically, and maybe for the month of October. What?
See how cheesy that was?
Yeah, it looks horrible. For the month of October, have we done any Halloween movies except for 2?
We
did Rob Zombie Halloween, right?
We did Rob Zombies. We did 2. I think that's it. Yeah, that's fucked up.
I think we even if it's not really a blitz, maybe we should do every week we should do a Halloween movie.
Yeah, in the Halloween series or just Halloween in general, like horror.
The series.
Oh, okay.
You know, I don't know. It's just an idea. Maybe you guys out there can tell us. But maybe we could do like because we did 2. You know, we'll do the shit. Oh no, we did Curse of Michael Myers too.
Oh yeah. Producer's cut
with the Fred Durst.
That was one. I wanted to do both versions of that movie, and you were like,
yeah.
No.
You know what? We could possibly do the other one because it's different enough.
Yeah, it's been long enough that we won't even remember our other one too.
Okay. Hey, this kid's from Billy Madison.
Yeah, would you suck his dick?
No.
That's a shame because I bet it's fucking huge.
He's playing a bully in this, but he was playing a nerd that got a lacrosse something shoved up his ass, right?
That's right, yeah.
He's like, are you a loser denial or something? He's like, I had a bad case of loser denial once until the lacrosse team shoved a parking cone up my ass.
That's probably his 10 seconds of fame. That's all he's known for, probably. He's in Hot Mass 2 also.
Funny.
So, yeah, fuck her. Like, you ever have you ever bullied kids in school? Have you ever went this far?
I was never a bully, man. I never bullied anybody.
Yeah. Who's her friend there? She's probably hot now. I won't say she's hot here because she's probably like 14.
Dude, I think you're being generous.
And I got a warrant.
I want to see that warrant. I don't think she's 14, man. Let's just get away from this topic fast. Let's just skate away. So I can skate.
She's got a dog picture on the back. She must be a big fan of, you know what movie I'd love to do is one of my favorites, fucking Homeward Bound, baby.
Yeah, you always talk about doing that.
My YouTube bookmark, whenever I click on the YouTube thing, anytime I'm going to go upload a Mac and Zach video or a Revival House video, any of them, it's the freaking theme song from that movie, and it's like stuck on a certain part of the song, and it's the part where Shadow comes up the hill at the end, and I start crying, and every time I click on it, a single tear goes down my face.
Bruh.
It's beautiful.
Bruh. I've never seen that movie in my life. You always talk about this, and I've never seen it.
I thought you said you've seen it once.
Like a long time ago when it first came out. Well, not when it first came out, but when it first came out to TV. Because you remember back in the day, it took like a few years before television got rights to show a movie. Now it's like right away. But yeah, I saw it one time.
That's a fucking Michael J. Fox classic. Classic.
But anyway, so for Halloween, if we were to do the Halloween theme, like what 4 installments would you choose for the month of Halloween that we haven't done? For some reason, I want to. The first one. Why does it? We always want to stay away from the originals. I just have this desire to like not do the originals of anything. But
I don't know. It didn't even cross my mind. The first thing that comes to my mind is the shittiest ones.
I know.
Like that'll be funner.
So we got to finish out the Thorn trilogy, right?
I guess, yeah. I don't know why.
I know. You said you want to do the shitty ones.
I was thinking Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, mainly.
That one's shitty. I'm surprised we haven't done that.
Mac and Zach did one. That was a good one, if I remember right.
Maybe like 4 or 5. Rob Zombie 2. I mean, I guess we could always do the director's cut of 6.
Let's see what people listening think, because some people might be like, I don't want you to stick to one fucking, series the whole month. I want a varied shit.
So maybe that's true too. It'd be kind of fun to do H2O too, because that movie's a pile of shit.
I don't hate H2O. I don't think it's good. It's just there. You notice, like, rappers, like, there's always, like, there's a handful of rappers that became movie stars, and most of them are not that bad. Like, they range from, like, okay to really good. But then you got, like, the oddball in there, like, freaking Busta Rhymes, who was terrible in this movie. Halloween Resurrection.
Nobody's better than Trey Songz in that Texas Chainsaw movie.
Let's see a rapper. I don't even know who he is.
A song. He's a singer, I think, or a rapper. I don't know what he is. I just know.
What if he isn't? What if we just think he is because his name is Trey Songz?
I don't know. So,
talk about being typecast.
Maybe. I don't want to like make promises that we can't keep, but because I mean, I always want to do a whole lot, but then stuff comes up. But in a perfect world, we'd have extra time. And we'd be able to do a little bit of a blitz and extra, right? Do like a Halloween marathon as a bonus, right? Mm-hmm. In a perfect world.
In a perfect world, you'd still be here. And it makes no sense. Remember that band? That was a shitty band.
I don't know who that is, man.
Have you ever found it, break it down? Like somehow you just don't belong. And no one understands you. Welcome to my life. That was your favorite band in middle school. Don't lie. You were jacking. You were jacking off to that band.
I got a few years on you, man. So.
Oh yeah. Fuck. See, he's an old fuck. I forget.
When I was in middle school, that's when Korn was blowing up. And. Yeah, so...
That song dank, though.
I was in middle school from like 98, 96, 97, 98, 99, right? Or was it 97, 98, 99, 2000, something like that?
I don't know your fucking life.
That was peak like Korn, right? 97 to 2000, that was Korn, Limp Bizkit. That was like all that stuff was coming out. You know, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. I always wanted this mask, and recently Trick or Treat Studios made it, and they made it too green. It doesn't look the same color as it does in the show.
How come they can't get their shit right?
I don't know. Sometimes they do really good. Sometimes, like the freaking Chucky doll looks really good from what I've seen.
Yeah, and I'm scared though. My buddy, he pre-ordered it, so when he gets his, I shall inspect it.
Okay, so they haven't come out yet. I was wondering.
I don't think they have, no. I just recently acquired, and I was going back and forth with Mac about it because he's like the aficionado of masks. But
that's correct, Wendy. We all wear masks, metaphorically speaking.
The Friday the 13th Part 3 Jason mask that NECA put out, because NECA put out a few, but they've discontinued a lot of them. Like they discontinued the Part 4 mask with the axe wound. They discontinued.
Really?
Yeah,
I got the Part 4 mask. It's not NECA though. It's a fan made one.
So, yeah, and Mac was trying to get me to get a custom made or whatever. All these people he buys through.
I think I only paid like $10 for it too.
Well, the custom ones, you're gonna have to pay like $100 more. You know,
like it was the guy that was one of the co-hosts of what was it called?
Bloodbath and Boomsticks.
Dead Pit Radio.
Oh, Dead Pit.
Dead Pit Radio. Like the first, like he started making them, and like he was selling them for $10, like the first couple months. Then he upped it to something else.
Is it good quality?
It still looks good for me. I got it hanging in my room.
Does it look legit to the movie?
Mm-hmm.
Huh, you should send me a picture of
it. It might be a little different. I mean, I'm not close. Like, it's so subtle that I don't notice it.
Yeah, well, they're all going to be like that. So anyway, the Neko and Max like, fuck that shit. Get a go custom or whatever. He's like, instead of paying that, just pay this. And I'm like, but the NECA is only $40, and they retailed originally for $30. I mean, they're cheap, and those custom guys, you're going to pay for it. You're gonna pay $100, and
I've heard of some that are like $50. There's one called fiberglass masks. I think they're $50.
So I'd be interested in checking them out. I did get the NECA just for shits. It's only $40, man. I'll wipe my ass with it. It's whatever. It's still cool to have, and it's made of the same stuff that their statues are made out of, right?
Oh yeah.
And there's a lot of complaints that if you're to drop it from a far distance on a hard surface, it could crack. Mm-hmm. Right? So, and it probably could, like if you dropped it on concrete or something, I think. But I think it looks good. It's not 100% accurate. The mask is too yellow.
Oh, yeah. Which part is it?
3.
Oh, part 8 is the yellow one.
Yeah. So part 3, it's too yellow.
I always like the part 8 mask for some reason.
But other than that, the mask looks pretty good. It's just yellow, and it doesn't look bad. I'm just saying it's not 100% accurate to the movie, but it looks cool. And I was wearing it, and it feels good and the whole deal. I don't know if it's a mask that you could really wear a lot, but you can wear it. It's got some weight to it, but it definitely looks cool to hang up, like as a display, you know? Oh,
I'll take a picture of my fort real quick.
yeah, I want to see it. I'll take a picture of mine. What's it called? So they had a part 4 NECA that they discontinued. They also had an 8-bit glow-in-the-dark Jason mask they discontinued. That would have been cool on display because it glows in the dark, put in your room or something. And they had a Freddy vs. Jason that I believe they discontinued.
Oh yeah.
And I think they had a remake, Friday the 13th remake, that I think they discontinued. Which that one actually looked cool. It looks pretty good. And then they had, I want to say they might have had a Jason X too.
Yeah. I want to get to 5 and part 8.
The only ones that are not discontinued are 3 and 5. And part 5s, they don't have it in stock. Like nobody has it in stock right now. So I don't know when, you know, so right now if you want to get it, you got to pay third party sellers like $80, and I'm not fucking doing that. But if people start carrying them again and they charge $30-$40, I'll get a 5 from NECA too. Why not? They're cool enough for display. Let me know when you send a picture. But I do kind of want to get like a fiberglass mask or whatever you're trying to pitch.
I sent it. Look how sweaty that mask is. It's sweating. See, look, like she'd look better if she didn't have that stupid head. Why would you take that? It doesn't look like a person's head. Fuck you.
That's pretty cool, man. What is this? What's it made out of?
Just whatever the masks are like in the movies.
It's made out of the same material as the movies.
Yeah,
You're positive?
Like in the later movies, they started using fiberglass, which is why I want like to get like part 8 as a fiberglass one.
That's pretty cool, though, man. Are the straps, is that elastic? What are they made out of?
It's an elastic strap. It's a cheap strap.
Yeah. The NECAs are elastic, too. That's the bummer.
Mm-hmm.
Here, I'll send you a picture of mine, too.
Make sure you get your pecs in it.
Oh, yeah?
Like squeeze your muscle a bit.
Hold up.
I'm gonna come. That is a cool mask, though.
Did you see that picture? That's what you're talking about?
No, it just sounded gay that we're saying, oh, I'll send you a picture of mine.
Oh.
It sounded like we were sending dick pics.
But I did post a picture of it on Instagram. I didn't know if you already saw it.
Oh, no.
Okay. And I did have my pecs in it. That's why I thought you were making fun of me.
Did you put butter on them? Lather them up?
Hold on just a second here.
You remember that episode of Tom Green where he's hanging out with Fabio for no reason? And Fabio was like, he was the spokesperson for I Can't Believe That's Not Butter. So Tom Green is rummaging through his fridge and he's got like a shit ton of I Can't Believe That's Not Butter in his fridge. And he takes it. He's like, what is this? I can't believe it's not butter. And he's like, Fabio's like, yeah, it's good. It's good. And he just like gets a whole scoop, like handful of it and eats it. And he goes, I can't believe that's not butter.
Dude, that's fucking annoying.
It was genius. It was amazing. I always think of that whenever I think of I can't believe it's not butter.
That's gross.
It's pretty dank. It's pretty dank, dog.
What's the Goosebumps episode where it's got the pumpkin head kids and they're like, more houses?
Oh, I don't remember. But this one's over. It says to be continued. We gotta go to part 2 now.
All right, so part 1's done. We're going to start part 2. It's also on Netflix, obviously. We're just going to roll this into one giant episode, we decided. So we're going to do a 3, a 2, a 1, a play.
And we're going to watch the fucking theme song again. It's okay because it's probably better than the actual show. See, they basically just fucked up because they're like, oh, this is the special version. The special version wasn't cut up into 2 episodes, so it's still not the special. You fucked up. I always thought that the lady turned into Michael Jackson there. I was like, well, they're throwing some shade at the Jackson. But yeah, continue. Like, you sent that picture, right, babe?
I did.
God, I'm jonesing for your pectorals.
I sent it twice on accident.
You actually did send a picture of it? Okay, I see. Yeah, it looks good.
The mask looks good, too.
But it's yellow. You notice how yellow it is?
It looks good to me.
But if you like put it side by side with the movie, it is like yellower. But yeah, it looks good. It looks fine. You know, it's totally fine. And it's quality as far as like it's sturdy and it's heavy. But I get it. It's probably not the material that the real mask was made out of. And you know, it's not a mask you'd really wear playing hockey. I think if a puck hit that fucking mask hard enough, it would crack it.
Yeah, like that's the thing too with like the old movies. Like if you watch part 3, you can tell that like the mask is made out of a really thin material because it's like it's kind of like contorting to match David Rooker's head.
Yeah.
Whereas hockey masks had to be thick because they were made to protect your face from a hockey puck flying at it.
This is definitely thick and it's not going to bend.
Oh, really?
No, these don't bend.
Yeah.
So if it fits your head, it fits your head. This one fits my head pretty well. Now the part 5 mask is pretty wide, from what you know. So I have a feeling that one's going to look pretty wide. But I just like the part 5 mask, so I'd really like to get one.
We need to do part 5 on the show. We did part 5 for Mac and Zach, baby. I'd do it again. It's my favorite, baby.
Did I do that with you guys?
No, that was before you ever did what with us.
Okay, yeah.
I just like hiccuped while I was talking.
I'd be all about doing 5.
5 makes my dick go broom.
So when did we do 6 last time? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that we talked about 5 on 6. That's where I'm getting the deja vu from.
Part 5's good, or 6 is good too. It's one I watched the least, but like it was perfect as a kid. Like they knew how to hit all the things that a kid likes, baby. Oh, that mom's a MILF. I want fuck that chick, dog.
Too scary.
Like these kids are such pussies.
Dude, if I was giving out candy in the mid-90s and a kid had that mask, I would think it was pretty fucking scary. Like, that's a good mask.
Yeah, it's cool. She's not scary at all. Like, her voice is goofy. I don't know why she's scared of it. I'm gonna call the police. She didn't really do anything. She went to your house. She was trick-or-treating. That's not against the law. I mean, she's a bitch, but...
Oh, grown-ups scare little kids coming up to houses all the time on Halloween. You know, there'll be that guy that's pretending to be like stuffed in a chair and he comes alive or something.
I always tried to do that and I never could pull it off. They'd look at me and know I was real. Fucking those little shits.
Were you in costume though?
Mm-hmm.
Halloween is my night. It's the one night I get to have fun. The one night I don't have to be pitiful, scarable Carly Beth. Carly Beth.
A pitiful, scarable car back. Like her line delivery is really awkward in this. It's pretty amazing. But oh, did you see that freaking Best Friends is coming out this month? The first movie in it.
Yeah, I did see that. And the trailer looked ridiculous. Were they playing basketball or something?
I hope it's good, baby. And by good, I mean I hope it's fucking terrible.
Yeah, but now that he's so self-aware, I'm just concerned if it's really...
I don't even think he is. I think he's still just a dipshit. I don't know. We need to watch a Neil Breen movie on the show.
His successor, his heir.
That guy is fucking batshit crazy. Like all of his movies have a common theme. He's like always like a god among men in them. He's always like, he's got a bunch of like laptops that are broken, so like he uses them as props, as like, oh, I'm hacking into this government website. Oh, I'm angry. I'm gonna pick my laptop up and throw it because I'm so angry, and I'm so rich that I could throw this expensive shit around. It's like he thinks that like, oh look, I got broken laptops. I can fucking throw these around, and people will think that I'm rich and that I have a big budget for my movies. But we know they're broken because every time you show the screen, it's black. There's nothing on it. I think he's fucking, he's not out there, baby.
It's too bad you couldn't have been there when Josh and I went to that screening in New York City. That was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. But we're gonna do it in Vegas, baby. Well, what if like we go watch the Halloween movie and it blows our fucking mind? What if it's the greatest movie in the series?
A lot of the reviews have been coming out, and they're predominantly good, but they're very consistent. Like I think a lot of people are saying it's really good but flawed. Mm-hmm. And then there's people that are also saying exactly what I feared, that it's Halloween: The Force Awakens.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean. Well, no, there's some not so good reviews. There's been a few reviews that have kind of been saying things kind of like the beginning and the premise is good, the ending's really good, but everything in between is just kind of a disappointment. But they're kind of all over the place.
That tombstone looked like a little uncircumcised cock. I wanted to sit on it.
Well, the good news about the new Halloween is there's no reviews that I've seen that are saying it's just bad. There's no one that's saying it's bad, right? Mm-hmm. So, it by default, it's going to be the best movie since the original two. I'm not counting the third one because obviously it's kind of a standalone.
Yeah. Hopefully, babe. What if it's the worst? What if they bring back the Thorn?
What if
they try to give that a backstory again?
What if Busta Rhymes has a cameo?
Oh, I would nut.
What if somebody's driving in a car in the scene and there's Busta Rhymes on the radio, which sort of insinuates that it is a separate universe because Busta Rhymes exists.
And he's like, he comes on the radio, he's like, this is dedicated to that time I fought Michael Myers. He talked like that through the whole movie. It's like this. Like he was whispering and he was enunciating every word like this. It was awesome. He's a great actor. I don't know what I was saying when I implied he was bad.
Is she gonna murder these little boys that were fucking with her?
Yeah, she pulls out her monster cock that she got now that she's... because this face, like, basically was a human face. And it, like, got ugly. So now, like, the face is taken over. So she's got a cock now. She's gonna fuck the shit out of him. She's gonna fuck him in half. Like, she fucking rips the anal fucking cavity open. Like, splits him down the middle, basically. It's pretty fucking sexy. See, in part 2, the guy from Billy Madison came back. This is terrible. The guy from Billy Madison came back in part 2, but this his friend was recast. Oh! Why did we do this? Let's end this. Fuck this movie. This show.
Dude, they couldn't even keep those fucking fake looking eyes and lips on the mask. Like when she was talking.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The mouth just kind of slightly moves. But yeah, what do you think of the show? This is your introduction, right? It's amazing, ain't it?
I remember seeing this back in the day. This episode, this special. I don't like this show.
Yeah.
I don't think it's good.
It doesn't hold up, but I liked it as a kid. You know what's funny is one time, but like when you're a kid and like you threaten your parents, like, I'm going to run away. You're just doing it for attention. I did it once, and like I had my backpack and I filled it up, and like I basically just walked back and forth behind like the fence that was on the side of our house, And my mom, I guess, was standing out there watching me the whole time. She's like, "Why'd you keep walking back and forth?" And I was like, I forgot something. I was just waiting for her to tell me to come back, really. I was trying to make her feel bad. I don't remember why.
Instead, you just felt stupid.
Yeah, and then I come in and I empty my bag, and it's just my VHS collection of Goosebumps. And she's like, "How the fuck were you gonna watch that?" And I was like, "I didn't even think of that." So I was stupid.
You know something? You've told that story before.
I have.
It's probably when we did like Are You Afraid of the Dark or something, and we were talking.
You had to hear my shame again. Look at the skin glistening. I just want to come.
Everywhere for you. Where were you?
Oh, Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Lost.
That's like coming back.
I like the way the mask looks on the cover of Haunted Mask 2, the book, where it's like the old looking witch man. Mm-hmm. Long hair. I remember I got that book out of a Scholastic order form from school. Mm-hmm. And I remember I had to have it. I came home and I'm like, and I was begging my mom, can I get it? Because I did like the books. And, because I remember this was in the 4th grade in Kentucky when I lived in the haunted house. And in school, we had just read Ghost Beach. And I really liked it.
I remember the Goosebumps books made me want to write books, and then I heard R.L. Stine give an interview where he's like, "Yeah, I had to rewrite this book like 3 times before they'd accept it. I had to rewrite the ending and rewrite that." And I'm like, "They make you rewrite books? Fuck that! I ain't doing that."
Yeah, it's kind of messed up.
That takes a long time to write words.
Well, it's not just that. It's just that you have to like bend to somebody else's will. You have to bend to the publishers. You have to bend to production companies.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. I just didn't want to I didn't want to do it more than once.
Oh, this is gonna take work. What's this about drafting? Like you just want to write it all on like your school fucking notebook and it'd be done. Let it be written. Let it be done.
I was a stupid kid. I still am. But I would fuck this mask. Let's see if there's any trivia on this episode. See, she sounded like she was getting fucked when she tried to take that mask off.
Shut up, dude.
She did. Like, what the fuck's wrong? It's just a mask. Alright, Haunted Mask Part 1. Carly Beth was played by Catherine Long. What's she up to now? A whole lot of nothing.
She looks like Helen Hunt.
She was in an episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark.
Oh, which one? I think,
She sounds like she's getting fucked there, too. She played Vanessa, and it's not telling me which episode.
Okay, it's lame. That's a lot of help.
There's no line in between the mask and your skin. There's no place I can reach my hand in. That's crazy.
And funny enough, they won't show us on camera. Like she's looking down at her shirt.
They couldn't afford that effect. You're player hating. Okay, according to R.L. Stine's autobiography, the crew was going to use a rubber worm in the seam where Carly Beth bites into the sandwich and finds a half-chewed worm, but Catherine Long insisted on eating a real worm to make it realistic. Why'd you do that?
The kid?
I could see you doing that if this was a real movie, but this is just a shitty freaking TV show.
The kid did it?
Yeah, the girl playing Carly Beth.
How come PETA doesn't get all up in arms about like bugs and worms?
Because bugs suck. Nobody cares about bugs. Fuck bugs.
I'm supposed to be me, but I'm not. I'm supposed to be me, but I'm not. I would run away from that too. That's scary. Like that's scarier than what she was saying earlier when she was trying to be scary. Like a wacko just escaped the mental institution and she's fucking rambling at us. And she's got a mask on for some reason.
So if we didn't do like the Halloween idea, what are some good movies to throw around that are not part of the Halloween franchise? Because I have a few that I think I've always been wanting to do. Like I'd love to do The Funhouse. That's a movie I like to watch around Halloween. I know it's not Halloween themed, but there's just something about it that makes it Halloweeny to me.
You're gonna be getting the Joe Bob version of that, baby.
Oh yeah, when's that happening?
I wanted to send it already, but I remember like whenever I sent you the last ones, I sent it to you in like one of my old like boxes I got from ordering a vinyl online, and I took like a page from like a CD booklet thing that was like one of the 3-ring binders, and I was trying to find that because I don't have any cases that send 3 discs in, and I can't find it, so I'm gonna have to think of something else. But yeah, I just got the disc burned because every time I'd freaking finish one disc, more episodes would come out, and I'd be like, oh, I'll get rid of that and reburn them because there's more episodes I got now. But yeah, we'll be you'll get that soon, baby. That's a cool mask.
Yeah, it looks like
You look like he was nutting.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, but I knew you would want to say it because it's your thing.
Like he shot a fucking nut so hard that it blew out the back of the person who was sucking his cock's head. That one sucks. Oh, that was just the mannequin that had that on it. My bad.
I'd like to do the Funhouse. I think Pumpkinhead would be a really good movie to do, or even Pumpkinhead 2.
I watched Pumpkinhead 2 again recently. It's not good.
Yeah, really?
I don't like it. I like the first one though.
First one's really good.
I still never seen the straight to sci-fi ones. Carly Beth and Sabrina were played by Catherine Long and Catherine Short. It's ironic because they both have the same exact first name and also last names that are opposite of each other. That's fucking crazy. Illuminati exposed. MK Ultra.
That's literally a trivia.
Every time I hear MK Ultra, I think it's the new Mortal Kombat game, and I'm surprised they haven't actually called a Mortal Kombat game MK Ultra yet.
Well, there's Ultimate MK3.
They could make MK Ultra and have fucking Alex Jones be an unlockable character. That'd been awesome. And his fatality, he turns the frogs gay and they fuck you to death. That'd be awesome.
Uh-oh. You think these masks are going to move?
Over 14 million people watched it when it first aired. This episode.
You said only?
Over 14 million people watched it.
Yeah, that's a good bit.
This episode is based on Goosebumps book number 11.
Wasn't it prime time? They made this one prime time.
Maybe.
Yeah, I remember it was prime time.
They might as well. It's not scary.
I watched it with my grandmother.
Did she like, dude, this is dark as fuck, dude? And you're like, Grandma, hide that joint. Dad's gonna walk in and see it. And she's like, yo, you're right. Doctor, we better be careful. I was hoping you got the joke before I had to say it all.
Dude, it's so funny being an adult now because if I had a kid and they were all about this Goosebumps craze and they had to watch this primetime special of this and I watched it with them, like, I would really have to fake my enthusiasm for it. Like, yeah, this is good, little guy. Like, look at this. This is great. This is fucking horrible.
Yeah, look at that effect. That's amazing. Look at them superimposed on the screen like that. It's amazing. See, why is he freak out here? Like, he seemed like he knew, like so many of like Goosebumps. It just seems like he wrote them as he was going and didn't rewrite them. Like, maybe that's why I wanted to write because of this. I was like, this was obviously written like in real time. I want to do that, and then no, it turns out he didn't get to do that. And then I was like, oh fuck. She sounded like she was getting fucked there too.
What was keeping them from just closing the door when she ran out? You know, close the door. Why was the door wide open for this mask to follow her? Why is the front door open for the mask to follow her?
I feel bad for the face there. It's sinister, but it's in so much fear for its life. I happen to sympathize with it. It's crazy how that works.
This show's not good.
It's not. But I always laugh at this. Like, they're, join us, Carly Beth. Stay.
Feet with the float. You know, I like in movies how dirt is always so easy to dig. It's like just potted soil.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
It's probably AstroTurf on some set somewhere.
Especially in graveyards. You really think our loved ones are buried in potted soil like that, you know, they fucking come up in the rain. This looks ridiculous.
I'm surprised we still bury dead people. That's weird. You think we would have ran out of space by now with how many people there are?
It does kind of seem...
At some point, we're going to have to stop doing that, right?
You would think. I mean, it takes up real estate, obviously. And it does kind of seem like one of those things that you would read about in a history book. Like, you know, back in the 17th century, they used to use bloodletting. And they used to bury people in the ground.
The same ground we use to walk on and we build houses on. They've already, like, dug people up to build houses on. Like, there's stories of that. Like,
I've seen Poltergeist.
Indian burial grounds are usually, yeah, they do that. It's crazy.
Yeah, well, no, they relocate stuff. Yeah, it is interesting.
You think by the time they dig them up and pull their bones out, they're just decrepit and falling apart anyway? It just turns to dust. They're like, oh, fuck, my bad. We relocated that one.
So, but even if, like, people said, let's save space, we're going to burn everybody. Well, sorry. Most people are still going to want to have some kind of gravestone or some kind of, like, memorial, right? That's going to take up space, too.
I want one just to make it a big cock so that the goth chicks can come and fuck my tombstone.
Oh, she got the mask off. Does that mean it's done? Thank God.
Yeah, the movie's almost over. The show, I mean.
How did she get the mask off?
The power of love. Because her mom made her that face. And the power of love stopped the mask from taking over. There's always just some contrived fucking ending to these. Like, how does that make sense?
So, did the TV show end like the books with a cliffhanger and a little bit of the next episode?
They always have a cliffhanger, like, oh, is there going to be a sequel? But then it just ends. No, they don't show, like, maybe it did while it was airing, but not on these. But look,
wasn't that a cool thing and a neat idea, marketing idea, how they always had, like, the first, 10 pages of the next book at the end of the current book? Mm-hmm. Or the first chapter. I think it was always the first chapter. That must have, that made sure that, hey, you always have to be at least 2 books deep, RL. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Look, the little retard's putting the mask on now. She just left it there. Hey, don't put that on. I left it there, but don't put it on. I know you want to put it on. See, now that little fuck dies. See, why can't we see that? I want to see that kid die. What did you think? He was so happy. He just deserved to have his fucking world shit on. I think they liked it. I can't stand laughing children. I'm just joking, but I would pay to be that mole on his forehead.
Why doesn't he get that removed? I would.
Because it shows character. He's the Enrique Iglesias. If he got it removed, people would know. Like, remember when Enrique Iglesias all of a sudden just had it gone? We knew he went to the doctor and got that sawed off. That's no fun. That makes him look like he was self-conscious of it. Which, he was, because everybody made fun of it.
Wow. That's why people should do it. If, like, the people that do it before they're famous. Kind of like Jennifer Aniston and her nose job, right?
Did you ever notice that Arnold Schwarzenegger had a big mole on the side of his face?
Yeah, and he has it in Pumping Iron, too. Yeah, it's on his jaw.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, and he, before we started the movies, he must have got it removed.
Or it could have been cancerous, and that could have been why they removed it.
Well, anywho, I'm glad that's over. I did enjoy it.
Yeah.
I think it was good.
It was
when R.L. Stein, when he came out at the end, he said, well, that wasn't very scary, was it? No, it wasn't at all. It's fucking stupid is what it was.
It was fucking retarded.
I wonder if, like, back in the 90s, when CGI was primitive in its early stages and I guess to them impressive, were they really like, oh my gosh, look how great these floating heads look, ooh? Or even back then were they like, yeah, this looks like shit, even when they didn't have anything to compare it to, like nicer CGI?
I don't even think that was CGI. I think that was just superimposed. Like
that was, you're right.
They recorded on a green screen and put it in later.
Yeah, that was definitely. But, like, think about, like, a movie like Mortal Kombat or Lawnmower Man with that 90s CGI.
Remember T2? State of the art visual effects. They were talking that up when that movie was coming out.
T2 looked fucking great.
It's not one of the worst aged ones. It still looks
pretty
decent.
good. It held up for a long time. It still holds up in a weird way. It's still very timeless. It doesn't look cheesy, even when the T-1000, like Get Out, where he's like all liquid and his mouth's moving. It's still...
That looks like a Capri Sun commercial.
Yeah, it does. But it still doesn't look like... I don't know. Like that silver guy saying Get Out in T2 looks better than the Silver Surfer in that shitty Fantastic Four movie in like 2004.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it still's got a charm about it. But what are you going to do? I wish we were watching that instead of The Haunted Mask. Anyway, it's done. We please Zach. If there's any other nostalgia trips you want us to go on, any recommendations, feel free to let us know. And you can let us know if you're on YouTube in the comments, obviously. And if you're on YouTube, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you've liked the video. Make sure you've hit that notification bell so you guys are on top of everything we release, because we release a lot. And if you guys are only on YouTube, I would implore you all to check the links in the description that will forward you to our Apple Podcast link, our page there, and Google Play and Stitcher as well. Head over there if you think we deserve it and leave us 5-star rating and a review. And honestly, the commentaries are just better. I love listening to our commentaries in any podcast on Apple Podcasts, the best or one of those formats, But yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming out. Mac and Zach, they're doing their month of full moon. Did you already mention that? I don't think you did on this one.
Mm-hmm.
You did?
We doing that, baby. We got the newest episode is freaking Puppet Master 6. It was fucking terrible.
I bet it was. So is this month of full moon or month of Puppet Master?
The next one won't be a Puppet Master.
Okay. So there's that. On the horizon, we've got a Retro Rampage coming at you here, I think, in a couple of days. We've got our Alien Extravaganza that should be nearing completion. We're going to wait till we got it all done to release it all in one whack. We're doing the Alien 3 theatrical version. Then we're also going to do a commentary for the assembly cut. And, the assembly cut especially is a rather long movie. So we're going to do them all at the same time. And we're going to release them, in one big lump sum bonus for you guys. And like I said, I don't know if we'll have a need to do like a podcast discussing it all after. Maybe we would have kind of gotten all of that out of the way in the commentaries. But regardless, we got that. And also in the next week, I want to record a deep end too. So got a bunch of stuff coming up, especially we're in as of this listening, we're about a week and a half from October. We're going to try, as we talked about on this podcast, to get some stuff ready for Halloween. So let us know what you think of the ideas as far as what we should be doing for the month of October. We obviously threw out the idea of just doing Halloween, like the franchise Halloween movies. Zach made it clear that maybe not everybody wants the same franchise for the whole month, and we should, mix it up. Give us some recommendations what you think we should do. I know there's movies I'd love to do. You know what movie I'd like to do just for shit, Zach?
Why?
It's a shitty sequel. I don't know why. Amityville 4: The Possession.
Sure.
Have you ever seen that with Patty Duke?
Once.
With a haunted lamp?
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous. So... But there's a whole bunch of things we can do. Like I said, if we happen to be feeling extra saucy and we can pull it off, I'd like to do a normal Halloween-y horror movie every week like normal, and still maybe bust out a couple of bonus Halloweens. Maybe that's not totally out of the realm of possibility. But please give us your feedback. Give it to us when you hear this, we'll have a good week or week and a half to kind of get them prepared and consider them, because we're going to start knocking this shit out. And then, of course, we got Christmas, which I really want to go out for. I want to go all out for the holidays this year. Christmas, I do. So, Anyway, that's all we got. Zach, you want to throw out the hotline number so people can send us some hotline love?
1-602-399-7280. You gotta carve it in your head like the people that listen to Slayer, baby.
Yeah, you should. Absolutely. So call that, leave us some love. And just to let you guys know, it's set up to where it'll go straight to a voicemail, so don't freak out. You can leave a voicemail and no one's going to answer it and surprise you if you guys are nervous Nancy's. But if you don't want to do that, you guys can also go to ask.revhouse@gmail.com and you can submit email questions. You can send us audio files there if you prefer the higher quality.
They can't go there. They can send us emails there.
Okay, you know what I mean, you piece of shit. All right.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you can send us audio files via that way. Send us questions via email, texts. You can send whatever the hell you want. So do that and we shall go over that stuff. And that's all we got. Lots of stuff in the future. All right. We'll catch you guys later. Adios. Bye-bye, puppets.
Puppets.
Puppets. Puppets.
The #1 best-selling author R.L. Stine wants to give you lots and lots of Goosebumps in 3 different book series. First, Goosebumps, where the terror began and the screams go on forever and ever. Then, give yourself Goosebumps, where you choose from 20 different scary endings. And don't forget, Goosebumps presents books based on the Goosebumps TV show with creepy color photos inside. From Parachute Press and Scholastic, available wherever books are sold. Write us to get information on how to join the all-new Goosebumps fan club. Goosebumps, they're so good, it's scary.